What is mascot horror? Seems like a very weird question to ask, right? Well, it's not as simple as you may think. The reason I ask myself this question is because of the recent controversy regarding the game genre's so-called downfall. I already have a video on that, which you can go watch after this one. Basically, from what I've gathered, some people were calling the genre indie horror while talking about games which are exclusively mascot horror. Or so I thought. I am here to clear out the confusion, or get even more confused myself. Either way, you'll probably be entertained. So, I found the actual definition of mascot horror. Here's what it says. Mascot horror is focused around the idea of taking children's mascots and subverting the initial purpose of them by turning them into killers. And while most games in question like FNAF, Poppy, Tattletale do fit the definition, the two that made me confused at first are Baldi's Basics and Hello Neighbor. Why? Well, the main mascots of these games aren't really what was that voice crack? Well, the main mascots of these games aren't really mascots. They are literally just people. And before you tell me that human-like mascots exist in real life, I know that. But how is a literal dude with a shovel a children's mascot? Okay, maybe Baldi is kinda mascot horror because he's a teacher, and they are kinda like mascots for children. You know, maybe that's the actual problem of Hello Neighbor. It's trying to be mascot horror without having a mascot. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. All of that made me Google the actual definition of the word mascot, and I found it to be a symbol that is usually supposed to bring luck. Okay, you know what? I've decided that Hello Neighbor is in fact not mascot horror, and from now on I'll only refer to it as the hit indie horror game Hello Neighbor. Another confusing thing in all of this is that Choo Choo Charles, the game about an evil version of Thomas the Train, which is certainly a children mascot, isn't generally considered mascot horror. So like, what? How do we even... what? Wait, does Duck Deception count as mascot horror? I mean, kinda. It has a level literally called Mascot Mayhem, where the characters are basically parodies on the FNAF gang. Other than that though, it doesn't really have characters who'd seem like children mascots. The monkeys kinda look like mascots or something. But... so maybe the game is like partially mascot horror. Another game that is often confused with mascot horror is, I can't believe I'm saying it, Roblox Doors. Yes, I am now talking about a Roblox game on this channel, yay! In all seriousness though, its monsters aren't really mascots, they're more like the backrooms creatures. And I'll be honest, I haven't played much of Doors, but I've heard that it's actually quite good for a Roblox game. So I'll probably play it and then tell my thoughts about it in the next video. And I'm getting sidetracked again. You know who else gets sidetracked often in his videos? Random YouTubers edition of the day! Austin! This was honestly not my best transition, but hey! You may know him from his video game science videos on game theory, but he actually has his own channel, Shoddycast, which he is returning to at the moment. And this guy has energy I haven't seen in any other YouTuber's videos. Really entertaining. Go sub. Back to the video. Basically, from what I've learned today, not every horror game that gets popular is immediately mascot horror. It might just be a really good, or not very good, indie horror game. Mascot horror is usually indie horror, but indie horror isn't mascot horror. Also, the hit indie horror game Hello Neighbor is in fact not mascot horror. Lesson of the day: don't say indie horror is dying when what you mean is mascot horror is dying. Especially when mascot horror isn't actually dying.